Hello, hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we arrived in Port Hanshan on the planet of Novaria. We are looking to get a garage pass. Now, we have to speak to this Anoleis guy, the fella in charge of this port. Hello there.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain refugees from that urban blight called Earth.
Oh. I see you've done research.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Okay.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Oh. Okay, let's go through this.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren, one of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Novaria's backers.
Oh. Yeah, Binary Helix was the company that is on Peak 15. That's where Benezia's gone. Okay, well that'd explain why she's there. She's checking in on one of Saren's investments. Here's what I'm thinking. One, how likely is it that this guy is going to know what is going on here? This place seems to operate on the main ideal of, don't ask, don't tell. We have provided this place for you to do research. As long as whatever you're doing isn't rampaging around and killing everyone, we really don't give a shit what you're doing. We aren't going to ask. We're not going to implicate ourselves in anything you're doing. You just do whatever the fuck you want to do. Leave us out of it. We're simply providing you the space. So I don't think it's likely that this guy is going to know what Saren is doing up there. Two, Naomi, I don't imagine Naomi to be much of a diplomat, by which I mean she is not classically trained in this. I think she is charismatic enough to know that there are more charismatic people out there. Does that make sense? I think she prefers to inspire people with actions rather than her words. She is a doer more than a talker. So whilst she is not a diplomat, I think she is more than smart enough to know that we cannot just lay all our cards out here. These are some charismatic people. This guy seems like an ass, but he did not get here by being completely uncharismatic. He's got to have some sway about him. So this is going to require delicacy. I can already tell that. This is not the type of mission that you want to kind of blindly run into and blunder about. Naomi may not be the most charismatic person out there, but she is smart enough to know that I need to think things through. I need to word things very carefully. I need to keep my cards close to my chest, so I think I'm going to avoid that.
Is there some problem on Peak 15?
An area of severe weather has cut off contact. Things will return to normal in a few days.
Bullshit. Like I said in the last episode, I reckon potentially either they've developed some kind of new biotic amp that has caused people to go crazy, and there are now mad biotics running around there, or because we also know that Binary Helix was contracted by the Krogans to help reverse the genophage. So potentially there are some very horny and aggressive Krogans up there that are just fucking shit up. And I don't know which one I'd rather deal with.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She's here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
Okay.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? You didn't think that odd?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
My question is, did you take their weapons? Here's the thing, they're Asari. For the same reason I wasn't concerned about them taking our weapons. Liara is a powerful biotic. Asari commandos are going to be powerful biotics. So whether or not they took their weapons is irrelevant. It's still going to be a tough fight, but I just want to know if I'm going to have to deal with being shot at simultaneously. Oh God.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Forget him, Commander. If he won't help us, I'm sure someone else here will.
Oh, my dear, you have not heard about the power of the Mako. With the Mako, we can get anywhere. Except up hills. the Mako does not deal well with hills. Yeah, we've asked all of these. I'm just thinking back to what Shiala said on Feros. Matriarch Benezia, she joined up with Saren originally because she was like, hey, this guy is going down the wrong path. I am a woman of peace and logic and, keeping calm. I'm gonna join up with him so I can steer him down the correct path. I can stop the violence before it begins. And Shiala said that Saren was so charismatic that Benezia and all her followers started thinking as he did. He's also got his ship. I believe she said that the ship affected them. I'm just thinking, how does this mind control work? Is it, okay, you've been mind controlled and now you're fucked, it's eternal? Or is it reliant on being close to Saren and his ship? Because here's the thing, this is Liara's mum. This is Liara's mum. I'd like to hope that this could maybe end peacefully. I don't want to kill Liara's mum. I don't want to do that to Liara. And I'm hoping that if they've been stuck at Peak 15 for a few days, maybe they'll be coming back into themselves. Maybe they'll be thinking like, why am I doing this? Why are we here with all of the horny Krogan or crazy biotics? Like, what's going on? Like, if they're coming back to themselves, then maybe we could persuade them to stand down and fight with us rather than just, mucking them. I don't want to kill Liara's mam. I don't want to do that.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
Go fuck yourself.
Why is Synthetic Insights closed?
I have placed Laura Keene, the manager of the Hanshan office, under internal review. I cannot comment further at this time.
Okay. So we need the garage pass to get out. The obvious solution is, okay, I was asked to smuggle, I'll grass him up, you give me the garage pass. Oh, out of character, I can tell this is not going to be my only option. Out of character, I can tell that because this is a BioWare game and they typically give you multiple ways of handling a quest. I would bet that this Laurent Keane fella I'd bet that he'd be willing to help us if we could, if we could fuck over Anoleis. If we could get him his job back, he'd probably be willing to help us out. But here's the thing, that is out of character knowledge. Would Naomi want to do this as quick as possible? She has no allegiance to uphold. But then again, she has no allegiance to Anoleis either. She has no real reason to grass this guy up. And Anoleis is a prick. He's name dropped Lorik. We heard from Lee, the Taurian mechanic. We heard from him about synthetic insights. Let's see if we can find this guy. Let's see if we can find him. Let's try and speak to all the major players.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Okay. Okay, sir. They're making this guy so unlikable.
Mr. Anoleis isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan.
Well, hello there.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
Yeah, Naomi realizes that she just can't smash her way through this. That's why she's taking the time to think things through and not ask, are they working on weapons up there? Tell me. She's trying her best to be as diplomatic as possible, but it just doesn't come naturally to her.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Laurent Keane. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Anoleis.
I don't suppose you can give me any information on this guy.
You said I should talk to Laurent Keane?
Mr. Anoleis isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan. Keane spends his days at the hotel since his office was closed.
I haven't mentioned this, but she is beautiful. Gianna's model is absolutely stunning.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
Okay. Even his secretary doesn't like him. Even she's like, yo, I'ma get involved in all of this. Fuck him. That's interesting. That's more than interesting. That's suspicious. I feel like I am in a den of vipers. I don't trust anyone. Okay, so this is the hotel. I am actually journal. Where? Would it be under assignments? There we go. It's been left outside the Normandy. Okay. You know what? Let's go grab that first before we do anything. Thank you. Again, Naomi looks so good. She looks like a bad bitch. I love it. I do wish you could dye armor in this game. To be honest, I don't think that's gonna be a thing. It was only introduced in Dragon Age with Inquisition, so I don't think we're gonna get the opportunity to dye any of these armors, but that would have been cool. That would have been cool. A nice... I think the black and a nice royal purple, that would have looked amazing. If you're coming with me... Do y'all still not have anything to say? Were you only relevant for that first, introduction?
I'll be keeping my eye on you.
Okay, that was different.
Good day, Commander. I trust you are behaving yourself, not mixing yourself up in any questionable activities.
Of course we aren't. Of course we aren't, as we hide the smuggled goods behind our back like a naughty schoolchild.
I don't generally get involved in that sort of thing.
No, of course. I thought you'd be too intelligent for such a thing. If you were, I would have to recite some tedious speech, then ask you to leave. Just so we understand each other.
Lies. Lies.
Why are you still here? Are you guarding my ship?
All of the companies have secrets. Some of them deal in things that are not quite legal. Having a Spectre here makes them nervous. Anoleis-sama is buried under petitions to kick you off world.
Then you're actually protecting Normandy from the companies.
I am protecting them from themselves. They do not have the personnel or training to assault an Alliance frigate.
Tell me about yourself.
You first. I'm just a security guard. I heard that there were no human Spectres. How did you get that job?
Oh. I mean... Not this one, not this one. I don't think that Naomi would have any issues discussing this. I think she believes it's this one. It's political BS. They didn't want to send any of the important Spectres after Saren because they valued them so much. So instead they send me because if I die, they don't give a shit. They haven't lost anyone important to them. She absolutely believes it's this, but I don't think she'd say that. I don't think she'd ever express that to someone. Maybe to her friends in private, but not to random people. She doesn't need to put this on random people. This is so... The reason why I'm umming and ahhing is because this is so... We saved Eden Prime. We are heroes of the galaxy. Calais. Like, it reads as just... That's just how I interpret that line. And I think Naomi is slightly jaded by everything she's learned. I think she's slightly jaded. She's very jaded. This is what she believes, but... I don't think she'd be... Like I said, she doesn't want to put this on other people. She'd talk to her friends about it, but I don't think she'd talk to random strangers about it. But at the same time, she is still jaded. I think... Yeah, I think this is a good middle ground. It's not so jaded that it's like, oh, it's political BS. Fuck the council. They've been using me. It's not that jaded, but it is still quite like, oh, I'm just a test case. Like, I don't see this as a great honor that was bestowed upon me. Like, they're just testing shit out.
I'm a test case. The council wants to see if humans are ready to rejoin them.
There have been a few stories on the extranet about that. People debating whether or not the Alliance will be given another chance. I served in the Marines for a decade, mustered out and went private sector. I was under fire a few times, so I ended up leading this detail.
There are guards everywhere. Are there that many problems here?
I am sure Parasini-san gave you the ultra-special blah blah about business here. Everyone wants to be protected from everyone else. But everyone also thinks they have a special right to kick over everyone else.
So you have to keep them from getting too eager.
Most of my job is diplomacy. Two corps start yelling at each other, my people walk in, flash some ceramic, and they start talking civilly. If there is anything this job has taught me, it's how to be impartial.
I like this lady. I really like this lady. She's only like a minor character, I think. Like, I doubt she's gonna be in the rest of the game, but I like her. I like her. She has common sense, and I approve of that. Go on.
Don't they have their own security forces?
Everything from hackers to mercenaries. They have investments to protect, after all. But we are the only ones allowed to bear arms. Which is why the companies constantly try to bribe my people. I have a clear policy against freelancing. Anyone who works on the side is fired.
Okay, thank you for all of that.
I'll be moving on.
Very good, Commander. Please stay out of trouble.
Oh, yes, I will. I'm absolutely not doing any smuggling. You can absolutely trust me. I've never lied to the police before. Never. Quick, in, before they figure out we lied. And Liara's touching her chest again. Okay, thanks, Liara. Thanks for that. Okay, now, Oploid. Opold? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Opold, there we go.
Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package?
We could keep it. Two thoughts. We could keep it for ourselves, because it's a good weapon. Or we could sell it ourselves, cut out the middleman. Find this Krogan mercenary. Why do all that extra work? I mean, we could probably get some more money out of it by going directly to them. But we're getting paid for a simple delivery job. Like, why add on to our workload when we're already dealing with the garage pass? Yeah, like, we're getting a few extra credits for being a delivery person. This probably takes Naomi back to when she was a kid. She was originally a runner before she joined the gang proper. So this probably takes her back to her youth. But yeah, we have bigger fish to fry. We have bigger things to be focusing on. Let's just be a delivery person.
Here you are.
The Spectre has done a great service for this one. From the deepness of light, it thanks you. This one promised compensation for services rendered. It humbly suggests that a sum of 250 credits would be most appropriate.
He's so polite. Naomi would absolutely try and squeeze more out of him. Me, the player, I feel guilty because he is so polite. You know, it humbly suggests that a sum of 250 credits would be most appropriate. I'm like, that's so... It's so polite. That's the only word I have to describe this. Like... Me, the player, I just want to accept the deal, but Naomi would absolutely try and squeeze a few more credits out of him.
Would you have had any chance of getting this past customs without me? You can be a bit more generous.
The other's words possess the discomforting ring of truth. This one could raise the sum to 500 credits. That is half this one's profit taken by the other. It can offer no more.
I feel guilty. I'm so... Like, thank you, but I feel guilty.
That's thoughtful of you.
This one is glad to have come to an agreement.
We took half his profits. That isn't right. That's not right. We've already seen this man stop.
I'm just browsing right now.
This one awaits your return.
Okie doke. Okie doke. We helped him out. We did a bit of smuggling. It'll be right. I'm sure nothing will come of that. Let's just find this Lurkeen person. You know, Garrus's armor is really growing on me. I think he looks good in that. Oh, hello.
Excuse me, I need a moment of your time.
Okay.
The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Hello?
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
Bitch, who are you?
He's right there. Why not talk to him yourself?
I wish I could. I already bungled this myself. He realized I was not a real buyer.
What's happening?
I don't know anything about Binary Helix. What would I talk to Vargas about?
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Novaria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
Okay. This is a lot of information to take in. She mentioned that Binary Helix don't make amps. That's interesting. I assume they did, you know, from the what Gianna said, you know, oh, they deal with biotics. Maybe if they're not making amps, then potentially they're doing stuff with is it Ezo? The material that makes people be biotic. Maybe they're investigating ways of making biotics more powerful. I don't know. Like, what do we get for this?
What's in it for me?
Money, of course. I would be well paid for this. So would you. 500 credits.
Bitch, I just got paid 500 credits for smuggling a gun, like 10 steps. Like, what? What do you mean? This is very illegal. This is very illegal, but we are being offered money. And Naomi does like money. I'm tempted to just grab it because we can always just not do it. If we turn it down, then we've turned it down. We can always do it and not follow through. Maybe we can warn the guy. I was saying before that that BioWare, they tend to have multiple different ways to complete quests, so yeah, let's grab it.
Interesting plan. I'm in.
Excellent. Here is the cracking device. You will know it is done when it beeps. I have assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could brief you on his behavior patterns.
Sure.
Tell me what you know about Vargas.
He is impatient with those who waste his time. I tried to get him distracted and off topic. He concluded I was not interested in his company's services. I noticed he has a tell. When a topic makes him nervous or uncomfortable, he has a tendency to rub the back of his neck. If you see that, press him on the subject. It may distract him enough to keep him talking.
I'll go see him now.
I hope to hear from you soon.
Except that will have to wait until the next episode, because I am just about out of time for this one. So, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.